talk about game mechanics today, chat. So basically what's going to happen today, guys, if you haven't already figured it out, this is basically this is the last podcast for the year. Hello to all audio listeners, and welcome to episode 254 of the Super Weapon Podcast, man. Last podcast of the year. We're going to get a nice little cold open going. Just wanted to say, man.
Very cold.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a teacher bro in here early in the morning.
My guy, teacher bro. Hello. Yo, Beezy. What's up, man? I was just talking about you,
Oh,
man.
Beezy, early in the morning.
Happy Saturday, guys. Last Saturday, or second to last Saturday of 2025. Wait, is it? No, next Saturday, next to last Saturday.
And we probably won't be here because it's Christmas weekend. I need to discuss that with you if you want to.
Nah, we can just take off, man. That's fine.
Because the news has been very freaking slow.
I mean, pretty much this time of year, tech companies, gaming companies are
vacation.
Yeah, vacation, winding stuff down. It's the same thing at my job. I'm officially on vacation. Woohoo! You know, very exciting. Haven't taken one of these in 4-ish years, something like that. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to use PTO. If you have PTO at your workplace, use it before you lose it. That job will be all right without you, man. I'm gonna just say that because I know it's a real touchy subject.
Yeah, these jobs. Don't get me started on these corporations, but mental health. Take your.
Yes.
I actually then started mental health awareness at my job. So
nice.
People may be getting mental health awareness days, might be getting 3 extra days for mental health. So these jobs, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be here. You know, I understand that people have families and stuff, and, you know, we work to maintain a living for us and our loved ones, but you can't do it if you're loopy in the head, if you're losing your mind. So make sure you're taking care of yourself first, man. That's important. Yes.
Just like Weenie said in chat, take your time off. If they fail when you aren't there, that is their fault, not yours. That's actually a really good quote, man. I like that.
That boy woke with that on the mind today.
My guy
Weenie is looking.
I like
what
it,
happened,
man.
Weenie? You want to talk about it?
I love that, man.
Weenie said they didn't get shit done.
So please
step your shit up.
Take your time off. Enjoy the end of the year with your family. I know everyone here, even our audio listeners, have a gaming backlog that they want to get to. Take some time off and just play video games. I've actually been doing a lot of that this past week myself. I'm very proud of myself for doing that.
This freak.
I'm telling myself it's
laser
okay.
focused.
Yeah.
So. You know what? Let me give you some goddamn flowers. All right. I've never met a gentleman, and due to my ADHD and everything that I have going on, it's a reason why I have missed some of my tests. It's hard for me to focus. And it's really hard for me to focus. I've talked to a doctor about it. I've actually thought about getting some prescribed medication for it. It's really that bad. So to look at someone like you who has like a laser sharp focus, it's inspiring, man. Flowers.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm trying to get better about stuff like that. Yes, thank you. I'm not gonna take the other route that I was about to go down, but I think what helped me out the most this past year in particular, because, you know, for some of our newer listeners, if you guys don't know, I work in IT. You know, it's my day job and my career. And I started back school over summer of last year, just taking some online classes. Like, you have to figure out what works best for you when you study. So let's say, you know, you're only good for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 solid minutes of hard laser focus. No phone, no Twitter, no socials.
That's what I started doing.
Set a clock, set a timer on your phone for 15 minutes and stick to that goal, right? You're going to get to those 15 minutes and do what you said, whatever your goals are for that 15 minutes. Read a chapter, read a couple of pages, whatever. You know, I'm going to edit the first 30 minutes of this video, whatever, right? And what you do once you start hitting those goals, you start to extend it little by little. And that's what I forget. There's a term for that type of
time boxing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, time boxing. Thank you, Weenie. Yes. It's something that I wish I would have paid more
That was
attention to
cheesy.
myself, because just like you said, man, everybody's brains are different. You know, my problem is I
So you got to
can't
find out
turn.
what worked for
Yeah,
you,
I
right?
can't really turn mine off when I'm focused on
I've
something.
noticed
That's all I, tunnel vision, and that helps me out
you
a
and my
lot.
brother have that in common. That's probably why y'all friends.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
my
Shout out
brother's
to Ray,
like
man.
that too. He has that laser pinpoint focus.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just talking, right? So let me give y'all a little story. So the other day, I was studying, right? And this is how my mind drifts off. So I'm studying, and then all of a sudden, I'm daydreaming about how we could implement mutants with superpowers into our military. Yes, I kid you not. Like, I am so serious. Like, I will start thinking of some of the most random shit. And I've spoken with my therapist and my doctor about this. And it was like, you may, because I know you're against it, but you may want to think about actually taking like a little bit of medication.
Yeah.
Like so because every time I think about that, I always think about like Adderall and that trip that I went on when I took some Adderall before in college. And I was like, I've never been that focused in my life. Like
Yeah.
I was so focused to the point where my brain hurt. And I was like, this
Yeah.
can't be good. So yeah, that's just a little story. But
Nah,
that's just how my mind works.
and I
Like I start
mean,
to daydream a lot.
and that's the interesting thing today about medicine too. Is like you're probably one of many people who have a different type of brain chemistry or activity. And I have those moments too where I'll just start, daydreaming, or I'll just unconsciously pick my phone up or whatever. And that's when I'll be like, okay, I'm going to stop here, whatever I'm studying, get this out of my system. And then once again, just reset the clock. Because if you treat your hobbies like punishment, you'll never be able to learn to. This is stuff like I've been learning about myself, right? I probably should go to therapy, but hey, I've learned that if I just take time for my hobbies, I don't feel as guilty about having hobbies or downtime or fun. Like even my wife tells me that, like, she'll say, you need to play with your friends more, you need to play games more, you don't play as much as you used to. And that's something like I'm trying to rewire my brain for next year. And
I think with you, it's balance.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
And we're on opposite ends of the spectrum with that. Because I think you work really, really, really hard. And it's like, I trust me, I understand because we both kind of racing toward the same goals. But
Yeah.
it's like you are high gear, like you in there, you high gear. And me, I'm like, I try to do a thing to where because I need comprehension. Like
Mm-hmm.
I could read something, I could study it, but am I comprehending it? Like, is it sticking? And that's when I have to do
Yeah.
like live action, like when I was doing the Cisco thing,
Like doing
the
hands-on stuff.
actual,
Yeah.
yeah, the actual, what do they call it? The modulators or whatever, where you're
Modules. Yeah.
actually, yeah, where you're plugging in stuff, even though it's virtual, you're kind of like plugging in stuff. You're kind of seeing how the network works. Stuff like that works for my brain. Like I could sit up there and read
Nah,
something a
I agree with
million
that.
times.
Hands-on is so much better, man. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, brain be fried. I sit up there and read like 84 chapters, and then like let's say it's a quiz at the end, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. You'd be like,
okay, so you read all that shit, but you didn't maintain any of it.
yeah.
But when I get my hands on it, then I could remember everything. Like when I do it hands on, I could remember like it'll take me about maybe 3 times to do something hands on, and I can remember it like off rip.
Yeah.
But reading that shit, my mind, for some reason, when it comes to words on the screen, my mind be like,
I
man,
agree.
fuck this
I
shit.
agree wholeheartedly with that, man. I'm a big visual learner too. I shout out to anybody who is just straight text based. You can remember anything you read after you read it once or once
Y'all
or
got
twice.
superpowers.
Man, I really truly envy those type of people. Yeah,
Y'all got superpowers, bro. Salute.
because just like DC said, I need to be trying stuff, hands on, doing things for it to really stick. And I'm right there with you, man. So that's just a little random tidbit, man. If you guys are having trouble studying or focusing on anything, like I said, it doesn't have to be something for school. Yeah, it could be something really casual, man. It doesn't, we got to stop putting everything on a pedestal in the world. But everyone, just like Teacher Bro says, man, shout out to him in chat as well. People have their own ways of learning. I have to teach a certain techniques to my students because not all learn specific stay. See, that's important, man. And it helps keep you fresh longer. There's going to be times in the year where you're probably going to dip in production, or times where you're like, man, I'm feeling really bad about myself, or, having bad brain days is what I call it. Once again, if you guys have been around here for a while, there was a really important test I had to take back in November. I didn't pass it. First time I've ever failed an IT exam. And it messed me up, man. And I took probably close to 2 weeks of not doing any school related work just because I needed time to give my brain a vacation, if you will. And you have to tell yourself that's okay to do that. You're not running out of time. Life is not, I know life happens to a lot of people, but you have more time than you think. Just be kind to yourself, man, and learn and really ask yourself, what's the best way for me to learn? Hell, you can go on YouTube and find different ways of learning. There's plenty of videos out there, studies done, a lot of information for free out there that you can find.
I think that's the most important part to take away from all this. You got to find your method. Now, mine has come with a lot of trial and error because you know what's crazy? Even like in my 20s, early 30s, like I really kind of thought there was just one way to learn, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that you read, you study, you do this, then that.
That's how we were taught too. That's how we were taught.
And for a long time, I just thought I was a fucking idiot. Like, why is this shit not sticking? Like, but then as I learned, like, there's different ways to learn.
Yep.
And once I started doing the math, doing the science, and started like researching stuff, and then I got a lot better at dealing with stuff like even at work, like people would show me something, and when they show me, I never realized, like, when they show me something, I get it. They'd be like, damn, you learned that fast. Or they'll come in the next day and I did everything, and they like, oh damn, I thought you was gonna need some help. Like, no, like once you show it to me, I'm done. But if you give me some shit like, hey, you need to read this, and then as soon as you put a book in my face, I know this sound bad. My black people read, all right? But I know this sound bad, but as soon as you put a book in my face, I'm like, what? What is this? Now, it's good to have notes just in case you need something to go back to and reference. But yeah, man, we say all this to say, just find what works for you.
Yes.
It's just like content. Like right now, there's like a lot we know we could be doing, but with our time, with everything we have going on,
it's not the only thing in our lives. Unfortunately,
it's not the only thing in our lives. I wish I could like quit my jobs and just solely just focus on building my studio and like just the dreams that I have for this. But unfortunately, right now it just have to stay a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a lot of things going on. Darius has a lot of goals in his life he want to achieve. I have a lot of things that I want to achieve. And we love just being here talking with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think for now this is great. There's always gonna be things we do to move the needle forward a little bit. And we appreciate everyone that stops by, whether that's 5 seconds, 5 hours, anybody who's, like the video on YouTube that's coming to chat to laugh with us, man. We appreciate it nonetheless, because at the end of the day, we started this podcast because we love talking about video games with our friends. That's really like what it came down to. These are the types of things that we would talk about in Xbox Live parties and, eventually Discord and everything, and stuff that we still talk about. There's plenty of stories that we don't get to cover on a weekly basis, just like DC said, because it's only the two of us. We're essentially doing everything ourselves. So, we appreciate it, and as I kind of like look back on this year for gaming in general too, I would say that this is probably one of the better years we've had. And
man, I think the last 3 years, bro, we've been cooking, bro.
Yeah, I really will say that, man. Like, I feel like now that we're finally moving away from COVID, it's crazy to think it's almost been 6 years. You know, we're getting back to studios being able to produce stuff at a semi, I'm doing air quotes here, semi normal pace. You know, and I'm excited for next year, man. If I could say, if I wish there was one thing we could just leave in 2025, is the discussion of topics in gaming that have nothing to do with games, right? Like, for instance, playing as a black samurai. You know, that, like, we're literally playing made up stories, for the most part, made up stories in fantastical worlds, and people are defending it in such a way that it turns into this toxic, just it eventually gets off a topic of what people were originally talking about. And I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about those conversations or have those conversations, but we had so many good games this year, and a lot of the conversation around that was just really negative and just, you know, hateful. And, you know, with especially the air around content creation right now, like, I just kind of want us to, like, as a community, if we could just, let's just leave that shit in 2025, man. Like, if you don't like a game, it's okay not to like a game. You ain't gotta call my mama out her name. You ain't gotta do all that kind of stuff, right? Like,
oh Lord,
you know, like, people are just like, I don't know, man. I wanted to say that
I get
because
it.
I really am. That's more conversation than we see about gaming nowadays. You know, like, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because it's almost like it's not even about the game anymore. It's about the drama that
Mm-hmm.
surrounds the game, and it's just like we need to get back to that pure state. And then
Yes. Yes.
like just harken back to like what I was just saying. I also want to say this before we move on is create at your own pace. I had a very interesting conversation with a friend who he started a sports podcast, right? But due to just family issues, just life, like it hasn't been consistent as he wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I said that. Like, you know, I was like, hey man, like you probably just have to look at it as like a hobby, because like you work, dude, you have 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? And like you got a lot going on, because he was talking about progression. And I was like, you know, you shouldn't feel bad because you're giving it as much time as you can. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
Like you got a lot going on. Like don't be so hard on yourself. You know, you can't look at these other creators and kind of compare yourself to them, because you don't know what they have going on. Like some people, that might be their only thing, or they
Right.
might be like me. Like maybe they don't have a family. So, you know, just like we say, figure out learning how to learn. Also, if you're creating content, you know, learn from people, but don't compare yourself to other people.
Yeah.
Because if you know that you're giving it your all with the time that you have, right? I'm not saying if you're bullshitting and you just putting a subpar piece of shit together and you just kind of throwing it out there hoping that you make it big. I'm talking about if you really kind of doing the work and you're trying to be consistent, but you know, you have other obligations in life. Don't feel bad, man. Just say like, hey, this is my hobby. If it starts to pick up steam, it will. But or if you're really, really serious about it, then try to see where maybe you could put more effort into it. But it's life, man. It's life. Figuring out balance on
Yeah.
everything, bro. Figuring out what you
Comparison
want and
is a
how to
thief
get
of
it, man.
joy. It is.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, you know, kind of put a stamp on that. But back to what you were saying as far as with the drama and the games, I believe as content creation grows and implode on itself, we'll kind of see that, unfortunately, because with all this social media and content creators and stuff, it's given a voice to the voiceless, or it is given a voice to people who may not need to talk. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
unfortunately, we're going to get the good with the bad. Like, I understand exactly what you're saying, man, because it's like sometimes,
Like,
you know,
I just
the
miss talking.
drama.
Yeah, I just miss talking about, like I said, everybody has differences and opinions when it comes to gaming. We have them a lot,
Mhm.
but it never devolves into like, well, you're a fucking idiot because you like this genre and blah blah
Mudslinging.
blah 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 blah. You know, like it never turns into that, or turns into, let me flaunt my knowledge of something that I read on this website, off this gaming site. Let me read you some numbers and show you how inferior you are to my point. Like, it just turns into, and it just, I don't care for that stuff, man. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or like, but it just, there were so many
It is.
really, really good games this year that I think got lost in those types of conversations versus if you really like the game or not. I say this all the
Right.
time. I'll say it here. I'm convinced most gamers don't play games to have fun anymore, and I'm gonna stick by
That's
that.
just that, man. Look,
I'm sticking by
that
it.
might be the
That's honest.
title of the episode of the podcast. Honestly, man,
You don't play games
because
to have fun. It's something you've done for your life, and you're a miserable person, so you make other people miserable.
Clippers,
Yeah.
or you got people who just playing the game because everybody want a hot TikTok clip. And it's just like, are you really enjoying this? Or I don't know, man. Like, I guess we're just older. We come from that older generation of gamers to where we've seen it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, especially at my age, because I'm a bit older than you.
Yeah.
So we didn't got like the Nintendo era. Like, we've seen a lot of gaming. We've like each stage of gaming. Like, I wasn't there in the beginning. I ain't that goddamn
Nah,
old,
we
but
weren't there during the Odyssey in the 70s. No.
right. But you know, even though I played those systems, because like my uncle had those. It's funny because he actually had those, like the Atari.
Yeah.
I forgot what was the name of it. It was another one he had too. But we started in that Nintendo generation, so we come from an era of just straight enjoying games, no chaser. Like, remember just like
I like that.
figuring shit out,
Yeah.
figuring shit out on your own. So it was a
Yes.
true like enjoyment behind it. Now it's just like, if you let people cloud your judgment, then it's like you will start hating the game before you even really play it. Like,
You-
people would talk so bad on the game, you just be like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's
I don't
funny.
really-
I remember. I like that you said that, specifically about not immediately looking up the problems or the answers to problems, or like, you know, stuff in games like puzzles and stuff.
Mhm.
Because like I mentioned to DC off of the before we started recording, you know, Hogwarts Legacy was free to play, or was free to download on Epic Game Store until like the 18th of December.
And it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, and it's on Game Pass. Now, I'm just gonna say this before I start talking about the game. Just low fucking disclaimer. Not a supporter of a certain person's trans ideologies, but you know, I grew up on Harry Potter. It was something I was really close to. My mom with it. It was me and my mom's thing before she passed away. It's always gonna hold a special place in my heart. I'm gonna leave it at that. But as somebody who really enjoys Harry Potter, and I've really been slowly reintroducing myself to open world games, I think that's where a lot of my enjoyment from playing that game has been about lately, because it's a game about magic, right? There's gonna be puzzles and magical things that you have to figure out, and it's been more fun for me to do that than just to go to YouTube or go to Google and just immediately look something up. Because I there's just a certain joy about figuring shit out on your own, man. You hit the nail on the head when you said that's why I just wanted to highlight that part of what you mentioned, because I do think that rings true, that gamers don't have this
sense of discovery.
Thank you. Sense of discovery.
Sense of freaking discovery, bro.
Like,
Jesus Christ, bring it back.
You don't
man.
have this sense of wonderment, of amazement when you find something out. And it's even got to the point now with even like certain single player games. I won't watch certain people play things. I'll mute certain phrases on social media because, just like you said, everyone's trying to race to be the first to post something, and it just kind of takes shit away. Like, can you imagine GTA 5 in this era? Like, if GTA 5 were to come out this year, all the clips.
No, because I'm thinking about GTA 6 and how it's going to be all over the place for a year.
Because they put so much cool stuff in their games for people to find. it's almost gonna be a shame if somebody ruins that for you. You know what I mean?
Bro, they just found a secret mission after all these years.
Yeah.
There's a secret mission in the campaign I've never seen, and someone just found that shit. I was
Yeah.
like, no, they just had to add this because there's no
And
freaking
they're
way.
and they're still people are still discovering stuff in Red Dead. I just saw something about aliens over like this certain mountain range, and it's crazy. Like that kind of stuff is awesome, and you don't have the opportunity to just discover that kind of stuff anymore. Like that's probably why I think I fell out of love with a lot of open world games, because you open a map and you have everything shown to you. You have all the icons of what it is, where to find it. You know, like just let me get lost in something for a little while. And that's what I think this era of gaming was missing, man. Honestly, like
They need to bring back secrets.
yeah, I agree.
Like back in the day, there was legitimate. Like I remember watching my father play like Wolfenstein, and he would walk around the whole map because when you beat the map, it showed you like how many secrets you missed and
Right.
how many points you got. And my father he would, after he killed all the monsters on the map, he would go back from the beginning and push every wall. It was so annoying, bro. Like, would you just finish the map? He'd be like, no, I gotta find all the secrets. Like,
that's fucking
he would go
awesome.
around and be pushing all the walls, and then you find these little cool, like, because I remember on computer,
shit, yeah.
it was space bar. I'll never forget. Because you would just hear him clicking the space bar, clack, 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 clack.
Yeah.
He'd go around just pressing all the walls, and he'll find like all the secret shit.
That's so fucking
And you'll
cool,
get
man.
like, you get like little perks, like guns that you probably shouldn't have at the early stage, and you know what I'm saying. So they kind of do that with the trophy system, right? You know what I'm saying. But a lot of people
trophies and
outside of our
achievements,
friends,
sure. Yeah.
trophy hunters, like we have a good circle of our friends, Dark Star and them. They're trophy hunters. Like they have to
They are,
100% every game that they play, which is insane to me, but I respect it. I can see where it can be fun because I'm currently trying to do it with Borderlands because Borderlands have a laundry list
yeah. A lot of
of shit with
collectibles and
each
shit.
gun. Each gun you have to do like a laundry list of shit with, and I'm doing pretty good. And you know,
See, and that's
but
the thing too. Like you have to be really into it. Like
yeah,
at least I do. Like I think Harry Potter might be the one that I try to do. Like Hogwarts Legacy might be that for me. Like it's just as long as it's not. I hate chores. I hate chores in games. You know, don't make something
agreed.
a chore. Don't make, or at least disguise it enough with gameplay so that it doesn't feel like a chore. Like
Yeah,
stop.
or lazy. Like it's
Yeah.
just lazy. Like fetch questing. Like, oh, grab this, take it here.
Right.
Grab this, take
Yeah.
it there. Oh my God, you miss me with that shit, man.
and I think setting has a lot to do with that as well. You know, like I said, Hogwarts Legacy is really like that's the kid, the 11-year-old Darius. You know, 11-year-old Darius watching the first Harry Potter movie in 2001, playing this game. It's not me. It's the kid version of me, and it's just I haven't felt like doing something in that game has been like, I gotta go back over here. I gotta do that. Like they did a really good job building out the world of Hogwarts, and the map is fucking huge.
Like, and you get to call their fans potheads. That's my favorite.
Nobody actually says that with him. He's gonna do it though every time.
Oh God, it's just me again. Great. Sorry, it's just me.
That's funny, man. But yeah, I don't know. Like I agree with you on that. I feel like we need more secrets or surprises. Let me say surprises in gaming. And I know that's hard to do nowadays, especially with marketing and stuff. But you know, a game I really wish kept that going was Destiny. You know, the mystique of finding a new gun, new armor piece, new area, like that is what really drew me to that game. And that's a good question, I guess, too, going into next year, man. You know, because we're hitting this. I call it a
lay
cycle.
it on me.
I call it like a cycle. You know, like we get certain genres of games every year, and it seems like live service games, I don't want to say they're falling out of favor, But what would bring you back to Destiny? Let's say
I
that the
don't think
rumors,
they
because there's rumors of Destiny 3. We could just talk about Bungie a little bit. Why not?
nothing,
Nothing.
nothing. Um, I have nothing for
Okay.
Destiny. For me to get back into Destiny,
Like, what if it's a brand new
they would
start
have to
from scratch?
reframe. They would
Okay,
have to reframe the whole way that that game is played.
that's fair.
Aesthetically, it looks beautiful. I've
Yeah,
always loved Destiny's art style. I love the way the weapons look. I love the armor. For most parts, it's some armor that's trash, but the armor is really wild now. Like it's insane. Some of the
yeah.
stuff that I've seen, but the armor and stuff has always looked cool. Everything is look the as far as looks go, everything looks great. But they started to lose me in the gameplay. Like first of all, just the like amount of people you could team up with, which I heard they changed, which I heard they actually expanded on that. I don't know if that's true or
I
not because
think.
I
Well, I
haven't.
think it's certain activities. It's still like three
Yeah,
people fire teams, but certain
the
activities. Yeah.
whole setup was just like it was so redundant to me, bruh. Like you come in, you do your weeklies, you do your dailies, then you get ready for the weekend. What was it? Friday, Thursday, Friday. What was it?
Yeah,
The
like the
raid.
weekly reset was like Tuesdays. I don't know what it is now, but it used to be Tuesdays back in the day.
Man, that shit was so boring. They need a new formula. Like,
That's
and
fair.
if you're gonna do that, you need more content. Because part of the problem was when you were doing these dailies, weeklies, and all this stuff, raids and stuff, they were recycling the same maps. It was just
Yeah, people were feeding through that
multi.
content like crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, it was just like, okay, the monsters are harder to kill or whatever the case may be. But it was essentially you're playing the same thing over and over. And as the expansions came, it added a little bit. And then it was like, okay, now I'm doing this over and over. Same raid. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, well, oh, get meta weapons. Once you get all the meta weapons, it's like,
Gallahorn.
um, the thing is, right? This is how they could refresh this. When you come out with all live service games suffer from this. And I don't know why they haven't freaking learned from each other yet. When you drop an online service game, you have to come out with a shit ton out of the gate content. A shit ton. I'm talking about not like, and I understand that some people are they don't have 9 to 5s, whatever the case may be. You got streamers who full-time streamers
I got a lot to
who
say
will
about
sit up
that.
there and
Oh,
blaze through their content. But I feel like most live service games, they don't come out with enough content. I think they should come out with a little more content and then basically have a roadmap for at least what they want to do for the first maybe 2 years because it's just content for me. That's one of my biggest gripes with
sure.
live service games. It's kind and this is coming from me who actually works and I still play. And sometimes I feel like I get bored. I'm like, damn, like that's why I was playing when what is it? When the wind meets or whatever.
Where the
Where the
winds
wind
meet.
meets.
Yeah,
And so far,
sounds like a Hallmark movie.
I was like, okay, I don't want to judge it yet, but I was like, if this has like a good amount of content, this could be good. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I ain't gonna talk you to death. But that's what I think. Like that's one of the issues I have. Like just make sure you start off at the gate with a good amount of content, and
yeah.
minus the people like I say streamers and stuff who they stream 12 hours a day and like oh there's no content after they've been playing for like 2-3 weeks. Like
Yeah.
bro, you just spent 84,000 hours in the game. Relax, but yeah, man, that's where I feel like Destiny just has to do a whole new style of game. I just wasn't a fan of that cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wanted to just ask you because live service games have in some form or fashion been in like pretty much every game at some point. Every major game in the last like 5 or 10 years.
Right.
And even down to like battle passes, skins and stuff that get released periodically, or even like you can consider DLC a form of live service. I do. And with a game like or a company like Bungie, because I didn't watch the Vidoc they did for Marathon, but they released one a few days ago, and I don't know anymore about those types of games. You know, as we kind of skate into next year, I think single player games are going to make a really big comeback in terms of just sales and stuff. Because I know a lot of people really talk about like multiplayer stuff nowadays. Once again, live service, you have replayability. A lot of them are free. Yes, Weenie, they did release a Vidoc for Marathon. And I think it was pretty lengthy too. I don't think it was a short one. I think it was like, here, let me actually look it up. So I'm honestly not sure. Marathon Vidoc. Yeah, it's 22 minutes. So it's not short. So it's like almost half hour. But honestly, man, like I'm really just looking forward to getting more back into my single player bag next year. I don't know about you, but I think
You're gonna have a lot of opportunities to do that, brother.
yeah, there's quite a few games I think that are coming out next year that I'm super excited about and stuff that I need to catch up on. Like I was just telling DC, like Resident Evil Village is on sale on Steam right now for $10. Definitely gonna pick that up. You got Resident Evil 9 coming out top of next year. Phantom Blade Zero is I think it's September if I remember right. But yeah, I just kind of miss playing like some single player games, man. Like I love playing with the homies. Like don't multiplayer games are always gonna be there for me, but I think especially over the last couple of weeks, like since I've been back in my like single player bag, it's been fun. So, are you looking forward to anything in particular next year, genre wise?
Oh, GTA 6. Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah, I say no, actually.
Actually, what I'm looking forward to is seeing how the gaming community as a whole shift and how things are going to be moved around due to the anticipation of GTA 6. What I mean by this is there is a lot of people are doing a lot of shifting behind the scenes
They're afraid.
for the anticipation of this game. And it's just I had to mute it on Twitter because I just got I'd be so tired of just like, oh, rumor this, rumor that, or it's gonna have this, or I don't care. Just let the damn game come out, bro. Like I don't want to hear all these hot takes and oh, I don't like the main character and oh, I hate women.
See
I
what
don't want to
mean?
be a girl
Not
and blah
talking
blah
about
blah.
not talking about the game. You just talking
Exactly.
about
That's why I muted it. Like I just want to.
I hate women. That's all I heard you say. That's what that person
Right.
said. I hate women.
Exactly. So the industry as a whole, behind the scenes, everything is going to be very interesting because there is this thing called like they call it. I forgot what the hell they was calling it. It's hilarious, but GTA is like a plague, man, because nobody wants to drop when that shit drops. Nobody.
It's gonna get buried, no matter what your game is. Like I said, the only thing I think could even get close to competing is Half-Life 3. That's it. Everything else will get buried. I don't see a world where anything else, honestly, and do you think it gets delayed again? If you had to,
rumors are starting to float around that that it may be delayed again, but it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell.
Okay, because that was gonna be my next question: is if it does, do you think it gets delayed out of 26 into 27? Because I think next year, I don't think it's too far fetched to say that we're gonna get rumors about next gen consoles and see at least one of them before the end of next year. That's my big prediction for next year.
And my thing is this, because rumors usually come from somewhere.
Yeah.
But all the stuff that I would think there may be a delay simply because all of the background stuff that's going on at Rockstar. They're having a lot of issues over there, man. As far as like crunch,
unionizing,
people unionizing. They're having a lot of, issues with that. So that leaks over into the game, man. Can you imagine like the morale? Like if you're trying to set something up or, you got all this crunch and people are tired, they're exhausted. And then, you trying to set up this stuff to protect your people and they're shutting it down. And I can only imagine what morale is like there, right? So that affects the game. Like people not coming to work excited to work or, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be strange. Like it's going to be like if we get it next year, it's going to be like, but at what cost? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And there's a lot of good games coming out next year, so I don't think everyone's main focus should be on GTA. When that shit drops, buy it, sure. But I also want people to realize that, like, you gotta. We just talked about it last episode. Some of the amazing games that's coming out in 2026, man. From Resident Evil to freaking good lord, what was that? We was talking about James Bond.
Yeah, James
You know what I'm
Bond.
saying? You got
Hopefully, Fable. You know, we do have that Xbox Direct. From what people are saying, probably at the end of January. It's already been confirmed for January. They haven't set a date.
dude, you got
But
Crimson Desert. You
yeah,
got like it's a little bit of something for everybody coming out next year. And so don't get caught up in the GTA hype. Make sure that you are checking out these amazing games that's coming out as well. So, and then the game you was talking about, what was it? Blade.
Phantom Blade Zero. That's bought. That
A
is.
lot of people are
Uh,
very, very, very,
that's a
including
bought.
Beezy in chat. I remember seeing Beezy said he was excited about it. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like GTA, it comes out when it comes out. Who cares? But make sure that you tapping in with these other games as well.
And we're gonna be covering a lot too, man. Just want to let you guys know that, like, we're gonna try to expand. I think we did a really good job this year of playing different stuff, but there's some stuff
I'm proud of myself as a gamer.
yeah. Like, there's some stuff I think we're gonna try to cover a little bit more next year and put more into like discovering smaller titles. And we got some fun ideas too, possibly having some developers on to the pod. We'll see. But
Yeah,
I'm just really excited for next year for sure.
I think indie folks, I think the focus on indies is always a good route.
Yeah.
Because I think the creativity, just as a person who feel like he's very creative, I just want to tap into the minds. I'm already talking to one dev on Twitter, and maybe we can get like a little interview just to pick his brain. But you know, I feel like in any genre, like music, whatever it is, like the indie acts always is something that just really, really intrigued me. You know what I'm saying? Because their creativity is not limited to their industry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, and honestly, you have to be more creative with limited budget. You know, like they're forced
and that's where the magic comes from, right?
Yeah. Agreed.
And I can relate to that. Like, I'm like, yo, like, how do I get as close as a superior product out as possible with this shoestring budget I'm working with?
Yeah.
And it always seems cool. The result always seems cool. Like they managed to make it work. So I want to really, really just kind of tap into that next year.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Like even if it's like music, whatever. Like I just really want to tap into like the indie scene and like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think they are going to be a big boost to the gaming economy as a whole. We already seen it.
I mean, AA is really. I mean, they kept a lot of the industry afloat this year. There was a lot of really good titles, and I don't see that foresee that changing anytime soon. I mean, like I said, I think we're at the end of this generation, or getting close to the end of it, and we're eventually going to move towards Gen 10, 11, whatever this is. Current console generation.
Oh, I do got a question for you too. Since we're
we're in the ninth
as y'all can
generation,
tell,
so it'll be generation 10. Yeah, so we'll be 10 generations deep in gaming. So
I have a question for you. Very good question.
What's up?
Since we're just flying off the rails here, I love this, and we're just having a nice little convo. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot who said this. I was trying to like pull it up while you were talking, but I can't remember. There was someone who said, since Arc Raiders was so successful, they should go back and pay actors to redo the voices of the AI. Make sense?
Yeah. They're not going to do that.
So they want them to retro pay. They want somebody to come back. They want to take out the AI voice lines and since Arc Raiders made money, they want them to pay real people to do it.
Here's the thing. the voices that you hear that are quote unquote AI were recorded by real people. Those aren't fake voices. We don't know what those people were paid. Yeah, the actors, thank you, Weenie. The actors got paid and they signed off on it. So they didn't just take these actors'
Wait,
voices.
hold on. So I'm so confused. Go ahead.
So let's say I take a recording of your voice and put it in AI and tell them to use your voice. That's essentially what they did. They had actors who recorded lines.
So why not just get the actors?
Well, I don't know. The gaming, budgeting decisions or whatever their choices was, they decided to do it this way, where they didn't have to have them record probably tens of thousands of lines. Probably had them record some core stuff. I'm sure it was probably still substantial.
Oh, so it's just taking their voice and then they use it to say different stuff.
Correct. And
those
actors signed off of it.
Me.
Yeah, they signed off on the shit in the contract. So I don't like the narrative that people have when they say stuff like that. It's like, oh well, because they used AI, they should go back and pay the actors. Well, the voice actors got paid. They
paid them for the likeness of their voice.
They paid them, yeah, and the actors agreed to it. They could have not agreed to it, but they paid them.
So they had a choice, basically.
Yeah. And
boom. That's all I need to know.
And I understand people's gripes with AI, man. Like, we've talked about it at length this year about the pros and cons of AI. I think that's a good middle ground. I'm gonna just be honest. Let's just keep it a buck. AI is not going anywhere. Stop fighting it. It's over. Can't put the genie back in the bottle. At least this way, real humans were still paid money to do work, to do great work. And the studio is able to use those voices to continue to develop the game. It's not a great solution.
Okay, all right.
But
see, all that wasn't explained. See, this is what I'd be talking about. Drama, right?
People misinformation on the internet, man. They the first time I heard it, I looked it up. I went and did my own independent research. Please look stuff up, guys. Don't just take a person's tweet on the internet because it got 30K likes that everyone knows what the hell they're talking about.
Don't be mad at the game. Be mad at the people who signed it.
They agreed.
They signed their voices over. They said, hey, whatever they got paid, they got paid. And they said, hey, here's my voice. I'm pretty sure in that contract it says for future use as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if they sign the contract, you can't get mad at the gaming company or AI. They signed it. See, I didn't know that.
And I'm gonna be honest, it ain't just happening in the game industry. It's happening in the movie, film, advertising. So be mad at the entire world that's using AI this particular way. But there were no artists that were not paid for
or demand more for your voice. Like in the future, I'm pretty sure people will. Like if Paramount Studios or somebody came up to me, I'd be like, hey, y'all rolling in money. You want to use my voice? You're going to have to give me $1 million or something. Yeah. It's going to be something crazy, especially if it's not just for that project. You're using it for future projects. Or I'd be like, yo, we could set up shit, not just a one-time payment. Hey, I want a percentage.
And that's honestly
every time you use my voice, I want 4%.
Yeah, and I was just about to say they could have royalties. We don't know the structure of their contract, right? Because it's their contract.
Treat it like the music industry.
Yeah.
I want my royalties. Every time this shit plays somewhere, I need to be getting whatever, however you set up your contract. So it's not all bad. Like you gotta negotiate your worth, man. It's just that simple.
Yeah. So there was no underhanded doing. There was no.
I'm glad we cleared that up because I didn't know all that.
People just continue to say those kids say the darndest things, don't they?
Oh, AI. Oh, as soon as people hear AI, they just fucking have an aneurysm and just fucking explode.
Yeah, they just fly off the handle and not calmly think and read what people are saying. But hey, play video games to have fun. Don't play them for content. That's all I gotta say. That's my final message. And as we have
another one.
What's up?
If we have enough time, I just want to ask you your thoughts. How do you feel about? Did you see Kai Cenat's message?
I did.
How do you feel about that?
I'm glad that he is hopefully taking care of his mental health.
Because I got something to say
Because
about that.
it's an incredibly sensitive topic that not everyone's always going to get, and probably not for a long time, for decades to come. But please take your mental health seriously, man. Because there was another content creator, an OG content creator, who unfortunately took his life yesterday. Lamar Wilson, shout out to him, man. One of the OG black tech YouTube creators, man. I hadn't watched him in years. He hadn't posted to YouTube in like 4 or 5 years. But he was somebody that was, from what people said about him, and from my own, like I said, time watching his videos, just incredibly kind, nice person. Didn't seem, once again, you never know what people have going on, man. So be kind. That's all I gotta say about the video. Just be kind. That's because anything else is whatever.
I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna sum it up in about 5 minutes. It's not bad. First of all, shout out to Kai, man. Whatever you're going through, bro, like, just surround people, just have people around you who really care, bro. Get better. And if anyone afforded some time to relax, it's your ass. Go sit down somewhere. He said he been chilling for a month or whatever. I don't really keep up with Kai that much to even know if he has, but I noticed I haven't seen him around a lot. So I think he has been kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
I did watch, when he does the stuff with Drewski and Kevin Hart. I always watch that because I think that shit is hilarious. But take care of yourself, young man. Because you can't make all this money and help people and stuff if you're dead. So take care of yourself. Now, what I have to say in general, people are saying, oh, well, he's pulling they think he's doing it for promo, right? And then you have people who saying, like, I'm so tired of hearing about mental health. Everybody's talking about mental health. Blah, blah, blah.
It's a real
right?
thing, man. It's a real thing.
The thing is, right? It is real. The thing is, we've been living under a rock for so long. And you will learn this when you go to therapy. Because there's normal things that you do that you think is normal is actually detrimental to your health. You're harming yourself and you don't even know until you see a professional and they tell you that ain't normal. Or you start telling them about certain things that happen in your life and you're talking with a straight face and you're like, and they're looking at you like, dog, that's not normal. I remember I've had that with exes of mine. I would just be talking about stuff and they'll be like, you grew up like that?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, you didn't? Like, you looking at them like, what? You didn't? Bro, that's not normal. So the reason why we got this influx of people talking about mental health is because, in a way, it's normal. We all go through some shit, whether you want to admit it or not. Like, the world is heavy, right?
Yes,
even for like Kai Cenat, I want people to understand, because they was like, some idiot was just like, he has so much money, like blah blah. Money does not get rid of problems, especially mental health problems, bro. Like,
no,
it probably isolates
doesn't.
him even more because people think like that. Like, how could you have problems? Like, dude, that's why you see these rich people commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what do you have? Like Robin Williams and
there's been countless.
Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him and so many others who was quote unquote rich, quote unquote. They have everything, blah, blah, blah. No, bro, that doesn't mean shit. That, of course, that means they could probably get like, top therapists or something. But sometimes when you're dealing with mental health, the answer is not always in your face, right? You always think, and I'm speaking for me personally, I had to learn to break those habits because I always think that I have the answers. All right. Oh, I'm having a day to where I don't want to get out of the bed, right? I feel like complete shit. So I'm up there trying to tough man my way through this shit. Oh, get your bitch ass up. Like, there's people in the world that's suffering more than you. Get your punk ass up, blah, blah. You try to tough man your way through it. And it's like, no, like, it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to normalize it. And if you're hearing about it too much, it's for a reason, bro. People are literally going through shit. This company, dog, how many people are living paycheck to paycheck? Like, when you start looking at the stats, and just seeing how much people are going through. I mean, it's real. So people are going to talk about it. I ain't going to talk y'all ear off, but so if you hear it a lot in conversations, just be cognizant to,
Be kind.
you know, yeah, be kind. At the end of the day, wrap it up with that, dog. Be
Be kind.
kind, be sensitive, and try to open yourself up to be there to listen to people, not just talk, but sometimes people, you could do a lot of help just by listening sometimes, man, and coming to an understanding with someone. Because I've had a talk with someone at work about that who was going through some stuff, and they were surprised that I went to therapy. They was like, "What? Like you go to therapy?" I was like, "Yeah, I fucking love therapy. It's fun going in there and bitching. Shit, I be angry. I go in there, I be angry. I get to cuss. I get to call people bitches, all types of shit. My therapist would just be let it fly. So yeah, man, just be kind. In the words of Darius the artist, be
Just
kind,
be a
bitch.
kind person, man. You know,
Oh, not
just
bitch, not the bitch part, but be kind.
just because not having money to go into having money does create temporary happiness, but once you get used to the money, you're back to feeling the way you were. So just be
Or
kind.
he could just feel bad because everybody wants a handout. Some people are just genuinely nice and they want to help people. But when you have to start saying no to protect yourself and your investments, that could be weighing on him. You know what I'm saying? It could be a million things that's weighing on that young man's conscience. You know what I'm saying?
Never know, man. Just
Because Lord forbids if he do something to himself and then everybody gonna have something to say. But y'all was just like, oh, he's using mental health as promo for what he got coming next and blah, 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 blah. Like, come on, dog. All
people
right,
are just
fine, whatever. Whatever. Negative people always gonna have negative shit to say, bro.
yeah,
Fuck it, bro. Just live in your, what do you say? Misery.
yeah.
Live in your misery, bro.
Just
That's all I got to say.
miserable people, man. Don't be miserable. At the
Good
end of the
word.
day, man, if you guys are having mental health struggles or you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, man, you can always reach out to us, reach out to our community. There's always people willing to listen. Even if we don't have the answers to your problem, just like DC says, sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you for a little bit, and that's okay. But I'm thankful for this year, man. It's been a great year. Lots of, I say more wins than learning experiences for your boy, but thankful to have seen 2025, hopefully all the way through. I know we're not quite through with it yet, but I just want to say thank you guys for everything that y'all do, man. We've been doing this podcast for, gosh, man, 6 years now.
Ooh.
5 years, 6 years. I don't even remember anymore. But we'll be here, man, until we're not anymore. So look forward to what we have next year. I'll still be streaming. I'll probably pick up a few extra streams since I'm on vacation this week. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys, man. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you guys celebrate. Hope you guys enjoy it and spend time with your family.
Church.
DC,
Right.
the floor.
DC got the floor. I feel like I just talked enough already. I don't really have
Keep it
to
short and
say.
sweet for the end of the year, man. It's the end of the year, baby.
Yeah. Hey, man, look, it's been one hell of a year. I missed a few short goals of mine. I'm a little upset about that, but I'm going to be happier about the wins. I've hit a few benchmarks in my personal life where I want to be. Yeah, it just, it's been a crazy fast year.
Yeah.
Year has been fast, bro. This year, well, I know we always say this shit, but I think this, out of the last couple of years, this may have been the fastest freaking year since 2020. This year has flown by.
Yeah.
So hopefully, man, you guys have seen more wins than losses. And even if you have some bad losses, keep that head up.
Yep.
As long as you on this earth, keep fighting, man. Keep fighting for your goals, your dreams, your like whatever you want to do in life. Just kind of recenter. At the end of the year, I know it's always cliche to kind of start going to the gym, and I don't even knock that anymore. I don't even knock the saying "New Year, New Me," man. Like refocus that energy, write your goals down for next year, and bang it out, man. Hit those goals, man. Hit those freaking goals. Because I know I am. Like, I have really, really got to like refocus my energy and my purpose of being here. And
Hold yourself
Love you
accountable,
guys.
please.
Whatever you celebrate, whoever you celebrate it with, enjoy yourself for the next week, man. And then in January, we're going to hit the ground running, man. I started back consistently my first week, every day consistently. I've been in the gym. I'm working on my heart health and blood pressure because my blood pressure is starting to spike again. That's
Yeah,
not good.
don't
That
need that,
means
bro.
get your ass in the gym, because once I become the great successful entrepreneur, doesn't matter if I'm dead. So gotta always keep that in check, man. Love you guys. Peace. That's all I got.
Thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys are in chat, hang around. We're gonna play some video games. Not sure we're gonna play yet, but for our audio listeners, we will see you guys in 2026. Take care of yourselves
Yes,
and
sir. We
have
will be
a
off next week.
yes. Have a happy new year. Peace.
Peace.